health insurance premiums? With Finder, you can instantly compare policies for the treatments you need and find similar cover for less.
Find a better deal for you. Try finder.com.au.
At Tab, we're on for Saturday racing. Bet fixed odds on races 1 to 7 at 2 tracks this Saturday. And if your horse runs second or third, get a bonus bet back. Tab, we're on.
Chances are you're about to lose.
I'm here with... You have to take note. Good luck, mate.
Well, I wanted to come down and check out this fella, Skyhawk, who's got my helmet in his mouth. This week, he's a lot more settled. Last week, when I was down here talking about him, he was charging through the tie-ups here and really wanting to get on with things. And, of course, he was so dominant. But I wanted to see how he felt the effects of last week because it was extremely hot and he got himself quite worked up. At the moment, he's really nice and relaxed. Absolutely perfect order. You couldn't ask for one of our more fancied runners to look as good as him. And, of course, King of Pop, this is his stablemate. He's been fantastic, 2 from 2 so far. He's a lovely type of horse. He's a little bit spooky here at my camera, but he's come through his runs really well. And I was talking to Gerald off camera and he said everything has gone to absolute perfection so far. So let's see how they both run.
A golden slipper of 2025, a very challenging one. I've been a fan of Skyhook, the way he's progressed. I think he maps well behind the speed horses and should be given every chance here by Kieran McAvoy. Rivellino's done nothing wrong. He's bound to get a good run from the draw. Those from the bad gates, Belazane, King of Pop, if they can have a little bit of luck in the run, they're 2 really good roughies for the slipper.
Thank you, Darren. The runners are starting to make their way down in front of the crowd, and in just a moment we're going to see the first of them here in this parade ring, which is packed, absolutely packed, the members area, and everyone that can come out from behind the glass windows to take up a spot will do that. There's nothing like it in Australian racing. The $5 million Golden Slipper, the richest race for 2-year-olds. They're only babies, but they've got so much speed. And who will come out on top today? Rivellino leads them in. Yard. This mounting yard is for Harvey Norman, all you need in furniture, bedding, electrical and technology. Tim Ryan. As they parade.
Yeah, Tempted holding solid. She's the $5 favourite for the Tab Golden Slipper. Wadton, he got out to $7. Finally, some interest in him. He's back to $6.50. Rivellino continues to firm today into $7.50. And more money for Mahuna. She's into $8. A good firm in the last few minutes.
They're so well known, these babies. We've been watching them for months. And it all comes down to this. Here's number 1, Rivellino. Hugh Bowman is on board. He's flown back in from Hong Kong to ride for his good mate Chris Lees.
Yeah, and he's nice and bright and well too. So he's one of only 2 unbeaten colts in this race. He's proved strong, too strong for with in the Law. 2 starts back in the Millennium and backed it up, beating an unlucky Skyhook last time. So pretty hard to pull holes in his form. And he's, like I said, he's got a beautiful draw here. And if they open up for him late, he's going to be stronger than most.
Ronnie, it's pretty amazing. Like he's done it all in one preparation as well. He only had his first race start there in January, and he is where he is at the moment. So he looks every bit as good as what he did when he turned out first up. He's, like you said, he's nice and bright. He's having a bounce in his step, and yeah, he's feeling well.
Here is the Blue Diamond winner, who hasn't raced for 28 days. It's month between runs. Number 2, Devil Knight. Michael D rides for Team Hawks.
Yeah, what do they say? Out of sight, out of mind. And he has been kept fresh since winning that what looks to be a good form Blue Diamond from what we've seen come out of it so far. So he's hard to knock. Just needs a little bit to go right from that barrier number 10.
He's handled the occasion really, really well. It's obviously the first time I've ever seen him, being from Melbourne. But, he's a lovely, big, strong type of horse, but he's handled the occasion really well.
Number 3 is North England. Tim Clark will ride for Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. Gay is chasing her 9th slipper, her 3rd with Adrian.
Yeah, a hard one to read because he was off a setback when easy in the market and he just got tired there first up. So he does have speed and his trip's much fitter today. If anything, just a little query running the 1200 right out.
He's a casual customer. You think he'd get even further than 1200, Ronnie. The way that he parades, he's just that really relaxed, casual type of horse. It's paraded well, looks well, yeah.
We get a 4 Tycoon Star. Mark Zara will ride for the Hayes boys.
He's a real sleeper, this horse. There's nothing wrong when he's running the Todman after being caught wide, racing a little greenly at his first go at this way round. So I think that lead-up form is strong, and he'll be a better horse for it today. And I like where he's drawn. I like his strength, and some of his performances in Melbourne with no luck at all have been outstanding.
I couldn't find a negative for him, Ronnie. He's only caught in the first lap around, but he's a nice enough horse. He holds good condition. He seems nice and bright. I couldn't find a negative.
He's number 5, West of Swindon. He underwent a vet's examination to be passed fit to run this morning, and here he is in the yard. Another one, like his stablemate, Devil Knight, 28 days between runs. Tyler Schiller on for Team Hawks.
He's a beautiful colt. He's the real mystery runner here at big odds. So beautiful draw. He just has to overcome a few setbacks of late, but he's in fantastic hands, and if in order, he's going to run a lot better than that price suggests.
Yeah, he looks really, really well, Ronnie. Obviously, look, I'm not going to say that he looks big, but he's that big, strong type of horse. You would have loved to have seen another run under his belt before today, but you couldn't fault his appearance. His attitude's absolutely perfect. Yeah, a big tick for mine.
Here's the Silver Slipper winner, Bayvakt, number 6, Adam Hieronymus, is riding for James Cummings.
Who would think a dominant Silver Slipper winner would be running 60-1 in a Golden Slipper? He's just that draw, and he doesn't execute well. He needs to switch himself off a little bit because he can get aggressive, so it's hard for him out there, maybe having to do a lot of work.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Ronnie. He's one of those horses, once he finds a backside to follow, he switches straight off, but obviously not having that last time out, he got really revved up. He's a nice horse. He's very narrow through the girth, but his attitude's really good, so no knock.
Here's Skyhook. He won 7 days ago in the Pago on the backup. Kieran McAvoy for Gerald Ryan and Sterling Alexia.
Yeah, different horse this week. He's just a real little athlete, isn't he? And the first dominant 2-year-old winner in the lead-ups last week. He backs up quickly here, but no negatives yet, and he's certainly drawn to get a lovely suck, two lengths off the speed here and be on the scene quickly.
I was expecting to see him a little bit lighter, Ronnie, in the yard, but he's held condition well after that tough run and that hot day here last time out. Yeah, no knock for mine at all.
Okay, now here is Wadton. He was favourite. He's been displaced now by Tempted. He's the second favourite, but he was favourite for a long, long time. Number 8, Wadton, James McDonald and Chris Waller.
Yeah, Winker's on today. They've crunched him down today. He's very fit and no excuses. A high-profile colt who's here to peak on the right day if good enough. I know there was no excuses last start, but just to see that C. Waller name next to him, you know that extra work's gone into him for a grand final.
He's trained on super. I think the Winkers are a great addition, just sharpen him up that little bit more, but another one you just could not fault in any way whatsoever.
Here's the Black Opal winner and unbeaten King of Pop. He's by the Golden Slipper winner in Farnan, who has 3 runners in this race. Zach Lloyd for Ryan and Alexia.
He was going to be my top pick from a good draw, and all of a sudden he's just out the gate, although he has been spectre. He did get to 40-1 at one stage there, so heartbreaking draw for him. Needs a lot to go right, but no reason not to spec him at the price in case something really happens for him, because he's a lovely 2-year-old colt. He ran very fast time at Canberra, and he's very talented.
First time I've ever seen him, and he's an absolute ripper. Really nice horse, well put together, strong, very, very strong, athletic. He looks nice. He looks really well.
See, these 2-year-olds are so well behaved now. They're starting to get a bit edgy because the jockeys are up and they're getting up on their toes now. Quietly arrogant as Tommy Berry, Peter Snowden.
Yeah, well, he's strong. He wants them to go out hard and close late, and he's sure to run on with pressure up front here, and I think there's plenty of pressure now.
Another one that I could not find a negative for. He looks well.
Far-sighted for Gain Adrian, Josh Parr will ride.
Yeah, improver who has speed, but whatever chance he would have had may have got lost with the draw with speed underneath him.
Started to get a little bit wound up there before, but now that jockey's up on board, he's relaxed down, so he's paraded well.
Within the Law, number 12, Jason Collett and Björn Baker.
Terrific filly with a booming finish, a real trier. Paid no money for her. Look what she's done. She's just been a quiet achiever all the way through, and she's sure to be strong late again.
Yes, getting slightly slightly agitated, but with this big crowd, that's expected with some of these 2-year-olds.
Okay, now Tempted is just starting to get a little bit fiery now, and the clerk of the course is attempting to help Blake Shin out onto the course proper via the back gate. Darren Beedman takes hold again, but this is the first time she started doing this. Darren's been by her side the whole way through. And once she's out there, Corey, she should be right.
Yeah, no, they generally relax down once they get out there. They just, obviously busy, big occasion. They just want to get there and get on with things.
What do you think, Ronnie?
Yeah, a few nervous moments there. She's fine now. She's fine. Just a big moment. Obviously very likeable from this inside door with a cool, calm and collected Blake Shin. She's well found in the market now in a competitive race. Just needs luck at the right time, and she's hard to hold out.
Yeah, she looked super in the yard as well, Ronnie, before she started to get really worked up. I didn't see what carry on she done there, but I'm sure Blake will get her relaxed down before he gets to the gates.
We'll get Chantel to follow Tempted as she gets round to the gates. Bella Zane, Regan Bayliss for Gain, Adrian.
Yeah, she's had a tick over trial since a courageous run in the Sweet Embrace at 1200 for the first time. My gamble here is the price. If she can clear this field and find the lead, and they just have a rest, I think she can rest with them and give them a real fright.
Yeah, she looks super in the yard. There was no negative whatsoever.
Military Tycoon number 15, Thomas Stockdale on for Kieran Maher.
Interesting horse from a good yard, as we know, with completely different form at 1,000 metres. Just the trainer again, Kieran Maher. He can do marvellous things. So who knows? She's untapped.
I was actually glad to see that they grabbed the pony because she was just starting to get a little bit worked up, but she's a nice horse.
And Mahuna, Damien Lane and Michael Friedman. There she goes. She scrapes into the field and she's on her way to the gates.
Yeah, she's a little pocket rocket. Look at her. She is one of the picks in the yard. I reckon she is just so focused, this filly. Inexperienced but talented. All of a sudden she's emerged late, getting into this field with a big, big chance. And I think she sits perfectly on the fast speed here and has a lot to say.
Yeah, she looked terrific in the yard. A big tick for me.
Okay, Corey Brown, let's get your thoughts here. Who are you going to settle on here in the Golden Slipper?
I ended up settling with number 7, Skyhook. I thought his run was really, really good here the last time out when he won, and he actually blitzed him. He was the only 2-year-old for the full season that's actually put pay to him like he did. I thought it was a terrific win. He gets a good ride. I think it'll be hard to beat.
I'm 14, 16, 8 and 5. I'm with a 30-1 chance here. I'll know my fate after 200 metres, that's for sure. But I like the way she presents here. She's not just a little light filly. She's got a bit of strength about her, I think, Bella Zane, and I'll lean her way to beat Mahuna, who really impresses me. I'm putting in Woderton. Just had confidence in this horse all the way through. And likewise, West of Swindon. Might be completely wrong, but he is a really talented horse. Obviously, hasn't been actually ideal. And King of Pop's the other one. 14, 16, 8 and 9.
Tempted, a firming favourite for the Tab Golden Slipper, $5 into $4.80. Barrier 1, big tick. She's the horse we like, not taking any chances with her. Wadton, the horse we laid for a stack in futures. We laid it even more in the Tab takeover. He was a little bit soft, 5 out to 7, but a bit of a late rally for him, back into $6.50. The best backed runner, final field, has been Rivellino, $9.50 into 7, after as much as 11 was bet on Tuesday. First 3 favourites drawn Barrier 1, 2 and 3. And we're out to Skyhook, who's rock solid as an $8 chance. He hasn't budged at all today. There's been money for Mahuna as well, 10 into $8.50 with Tempted firming. Mahuna probably had to firm as well, 10 into $8.50. Devil Knights, a little bit soft as a $14 chance. Best backed at longer odds has been Tycoon Star, a firm up today, 19 into 16. And Ronnie mentioned West of Swindon. He's in a little bit today at longer odds, 34 into 26. But Tempted's going to run favourite in the Tab Golden Slipper this year. Our worst ways, Wadton and Rivellino.
Okay, there's Tempted on screen now. She's getting around to the start. Chantel, how does she appear to you now?
She's fine. I'm following her, and I waited for her to trot around to the barriers, and I've just been walking through the chute following her, and she's relaxed as they come. So I know she got a little bit worked up in the yard, but she didn't sweat up. She didn't do anything wrong. It was probably just the atmosphere. She would never have seen this many people before. So she's fine. If you're on her, I can give her the tick of approval. Maruna cantered around beautifully lovely, and I would just walk back with her. And she's a lovely feeling, and she presents here absolutely beautiful here today. Woden is just the cool, calm, ultra professional. Every time you see him, nothing seems to faze him. I thought he might have switched on a little bit with the winkers going on, but he's still very settled, very relaxed. Hugh Bowman's just out of the saddle on Rivellino. He'll be loaded in riderless. Devil Knight's probably a little bit hot actually as he moves into the gates. West of Swindon, we haven't seen him for some time, and I expected him to look maybe a touch bigger in condition, but they've obviously poured as much work possible to have him ready, given that he's had a couple of setbacks there, so he's in lovely order. And Skyhawk, I wanted to talk about him because last week when we saw him, it was extremely hot and he just did not handle it, and I wanted to see how he came through the run, but he actually arrived at the gates really well. He hadn't got himself buzzed up, and he's a little bit warm now. He's just standing with the pony, he's just walking alongside the pony, but he's a hell of a lot better than he was this time last week.
2 unbeaten colts line up here, Rivellino and King of Pop. The others have been brilliant at stages, but they've all met with defeat. Tim, what price is Tempted now?
Yeah, she's firmed again, now into a $4.60 favourite. Big firm on the tote as well. It's now into $4.40 and $4.60, but she's the late go.
And what was the biggest price you bet Woden today?
Biggest price bet today, $7 taken into $6.50.
And of course that big bonus of $15 when the tab took over Rosehill. King of Pop goes in. This is the tab. Golden Slipper worth $5 million.
Up a bit there. She's been very far in the yard here. Blake Shin just nudging away at her to keep her mind on the job, and she's jumped all right, Tempted. About midfield, Rivellino's going to settle last. Skyhook jumped well, so did Belazane, far-sided, and Mahuna right there. Military Tycoon in the thick of the action as well. So Belazane's working hard, trying to cross North England. Far side of the outside, so the stablemates 1, 2, 3. Military Tycoon fourth, then Mahuna, Skyhook. King of Pop's out wide. There's been an incident back in the field within the laws out of play. Tempted about midfield in the white cap. Devil Knight out wide, then Tycoon Star. Further back, Quietly Arrogant. Baywalkers right off the track. So's West of Swindon. Wotan's well back about third last, and then Rivellino. Belazane leads around the corner. It's Belazane in front by a length on far-sided. Then North England, Military Tycoon, Mahuna. Further back, King of Pop, Baywalk, Devil Knight, West of Swindon down the outside. Belazane is being tackled now by North England. Mahuna starting to slice through. Tempted getting close to heels. Wotan making some ground. Mahuna got to the front. 100 out. Wotan on the scene. Mahuna in front from Wotan. Tempted is flashing home. Mahuna and Wotan, and Mahuna and nose to Wotan. Another thriller, but I think Mahuna and nose. Tempted flashing home to third when clear, followed by Rivellino. A big run from last. Then came North England from Belazane, Military Tycoon, Skyhook, Devil Knight, King of Pop, Tycoon Star, Baywalk, West of Swindon, Quietly Arrogant, and there was an incident within the law. He made contact with the rails in the back, and Jason Collett, we'll run a check there on Jason. The horse is quite fine. It has finally completed the course. Photo finish.
We'll get a report on Jason Collett.
great racing.
Tempted's going to be third. And fourth home officially is Rivellino. Fifth home was Devil Knight. Now, can we get an eye on Jason Collett over there in the back straight? It happened so quickly. He got up and he got in the car and he's fine. He got up, he's okay. So Damien Lane, the boy from Bunbury, in the West. It was a big day when he won for Godolphin on Kiamichi, and he does it again, winning his 37th Group 1 and his 5th for the season. His second slipper. And those colours successful again, Esther Jarb and Moss Fun. So Emirates Park up there at Blandford at the edge of the New England, north of the Upper Hunter. Number 13, Mahuna, will come back with Damien Lane to greet Michael Freedman, the winning trainer. They both win their second slipper, and we'll be catching up with them here at Rosehill very soon.
Welcome back to Eagle Farm for race 7 on the card. A Fillies Mares benchmark 78 handicap, and it's over 1,200 metres. Field of Myrtle.
At this point, it's number 9, and Avicii has run 4th. We're just waiting for confirmation of 2nd and 3rd. And Avicii might have been held up back there in the field, just trying to get to the outside. 8 gets 2nd. 11 third and 6 gets 4th. So there are the placings after the second leg of the Quaddy at Eagle Farm race. 7, 9, 8, 11 and 6. But we need to head straight back to Rosehill for more after Mahuna's win in the Golden Slipper.
Congratulations. 7 days ago you weren't even sure you were going to be here.
I know, yeah, it's the ups and downs of racing. It's incredible. I felt we had the right sort of filly if we could sneak into the field, and most, probably, I don't know, most years you wouldn't. But to sneak in, at the 11th hour, and also to get a jockey of the quality of Damien Lane, I don't know, I just sort of felt maybe the stars were aligning a little bit, but I just want to make a special mention to my staff. I don't think it happens enough, and I've got such an incredible group of staff who are all sort of here, and Sophie, who's my right-hand lady, and Ben, she's over there crying somewhere.
Oh, she was bawling her eyes out before.
Yeah, and Ben Duckworth, who's been on the team for about a year now, and all the staff, they just work so hard, and I know it's the same for every stable, but these moments for trainers don't happen without those sort of young crews sort of working as hard as they do. So a big shout out to them.
And are they as passionate about training 2-year-olds as you are? Because you really do enjoy the challenge, don't you?
I love training too. I love training horses. I don't want to be pigeonholed as a 2-year-old trainer.
You're not.
But
you have been involved in 6 slippers.
Yeah. It's a special day for the family. We've won 4 when myself and my brothers were together, and with Richard 3 years ago, and today is it's a special race in the Australian calendar, and it's one that's been great to our family, and I'm so thankful to Emirates. We had a horror run last year with Manal drawing off the track, and I went home that night feeling like it was one that maybe have got away. So to come back here and win it for them with a filly, homebred filly like this, to Hussein Lutar, who's sitting in Dubai watching this, I'm sure it's a massive thank you, because these races aren't easy to win, and when you win them, you got to make sure you enjoy it.
So only a third start. Will she press onto the sires? Why not?
Don't make decisions on race day. Lee always told me that.
Did he?
So I'm happy to just go home and let's see how she is tomorrow and see where we go from there.
All right. They get better as time goes on, don't they, slipper wins?
I love watching them the day after because you know the result.
Well done. Well, you didn't have too many worries in the run, did you?
No, look, Damien gave her an amazing ride. Like we had a chat this morning about where we thought we might end up, and he just rode it to perfection. He was clean out of the gates. He got her into a great spot, let the speed sort of unfold. When I saw him peel off heels at the top of the straight and there was enough room for him to make a bit of a run, I thought, okay, well, we're a chance here, and he's a champion rider, so I was very lucky to be able to get a rider of his quality at such late notice.
Well,
congratulations, mate. How's that feel?
Yeah, great. obviously gave her a good chance coming in. Michael gave her a great chance. She was the last one in the field on Tuesday morning, so great that she made it in, and she was just super.
Take us through the race.
Just executed what I wanted to do perfect. I thought I could begin well and cross those with moderate speed inside me, get to the rail, then get a cosy run, and then just hopefully pick my way through them. So you always have plan A, and it doesn't often to come to fruition in big races. It can all change, as you know, once the barrier's open, but it all worked out perfect, and she showed a great turn of foot.
What about how game she was when Wotan came to her?
Yeah, she was great. I thought he had us. At the 100, she just floated a touch, and I thought, she's peaking on her run, but she just gave me one more effort and just gritted her teeth and done enough.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, we're up to the penultimate of the day here at Kembla Grange, race 7.